So I've been chatting with Dr. Mitch Weisberg regarding his 3 decades in helping patients and helping companies. And we were just chatting, Mitch, a little bit about your new role as the Chief Medical Officer of ViMedicus. And you were telling me a little bit about how that's helping you bring your message into an even larger audience, because we certainly know that healthcare costs are rising each year, and very few people or companies really properly confronting those alarming costs. Healthcare payers are trying to reduce some of those costs, but we also need to look at individuals and improving that health and helping individuals with out-of-pocket expenses. How is your work with ViMedicus doing that?
So, with ViMedicus, what we're really trying to do is, I am totally convinced that the only agent of change for healthcare moving forward are employers. Mm-hmm. They are in that unique position. And I think what we're doing at ViMedicus is we're getting employers to demand the right things from the healthcare system.
Give us a little bit of statistics on this. Tell us a little bit about why this is so important. What we really focus on at ViMedicus is the maybe 20% of enrollees in healthcare insurance. Those 20% of enrollees that might be responsible for 50 to 70% of the expenditures. Wow.
And right. Wow. Okay. So, and what it turns out is that those are people with multiple chronic conditions. So, a chronic condition being something that isn't necessarily curable but manageable. And as you add one to another, they don't just add up. They kind of the kind of suffering and the burden for these individuals it goes exponentially up.
When you're dealing with a large corporation that often are self-insured, those costs are, directly impacting the bottom line.
Absolutely.
And the individuals, they're dealing, you're mentioning chronic conditions that are impacting their lives. So big problem on the employer side, big problem on the individual side. Okay, what's the ViMedicus solution?
So the ViMedicus solution is that the same things that are going to translate into employer savings and out-of-pocket costs for the employee are the same exact things that are going to make each employee that we take care of feel better and have an improved quality of life. And the other return on investment that they're going to get is an improved productivity.
So if you don't mind, I hate to be granular over here, but give me a specific example of a condition that may be very, very high cost that, again, this ViMedicus solution can actually reduce that cost, improve an individual's quality of life.
Well, it's not even...
And make them a better employee.
Yes, right. So it's not necessarily a specific condition as much as it is one condition on top of another. Okay, so just a statistic that just always sends me thinking about this issue is that if you look at in this country, we know that about 9% of adult Americans are going to have a major depressive episode every year after year. What the statistics show. Now, if we take those adults in this country that have type 2 diabetes, okay, and their incidence of depression every year is 27%, threefold over what a person without diabetes has. So, and we don't know. It's not because necessarily we know why that is. We just know that there's this phenomenon of how one condition could get you another, and then the ball starts rolling. And what we got to do is kind of get to the bottom of it, which is usually have to do with behavioral health and mental health. Quite frankly, the stress of dealing with a chronic condition adds a chronic condition to their list in the form of depression and anxiety, which we get right in and focus on.
So Dr. Weisberg, we've got about 2 minutes remaining. So a company, it's almost a guaranteed thing. They have people. It's statistical averages. companies have people with these conditions, that information is then being sent over to ViMedicus, which allows them which allows you to go through that information, basically guarantee cost savings to the company, make people better employees, improve their quality of life, because you're able to deal with the root issue, the core issue, and that's incredible. So
Shalom, if I may, what's incredible is engaging. When we engage the target, the money starts being saved. Just identifying them and offering them the help is already helping.
Can you name drop a few organizations that are already benefiting from this
Certainly,
solution?
because I love being part of a startup that actually has
success.
Customers to talk about, right? And that would be Peoria School District 150, and we're also very close to getting started with another Peoria School District as well.
Mitch, we could talk forever about this. I'm so passionate about these issues, business and health and wellness, very, very important issues, but we are out of time. So I want to make sure our listeners can find out more. Is there a website they can check out for more information?
ViMedicus.com.
Fantastic, ViMedicus.com. Dr. Mitch Weisberg, thank you so much for joining us on the air. You have a fascinating practice that you've been involved in for 30 plus years, but certainly this technology, this new innovative solution is going to help so many more businesses. I'm excited to follow the progress, and we'll have you back on to discuss it many more times. Mitch Weisberg, thanks so much for joining us. We'll be right back after this very quick break here and get down to business. More tips, advice, and information on the show all about small business jobs and entrepreneurship. You don't want to miss these last few minutes of the show. We'll be right back.